Hello everyone, I hope you're enjoying your day. Welcome to my speed build video. Today I will be building an autumn themed Witchcore style plaza. Thanks for watching. Please like this video, it would mean a lot to me. Or leave a pumpkin emoji in the comments. Here's a tasty sample of what it'll all look like in the end. Enjoy! And here comes the process. You might have noticed already that I did a few rebrand changes to my channel. My old channel name, Butterfly Dreamlight, is no more, and my new name is Bonnie Lovely. Since I'm close to 1,000 subscribers, why not do a name reveal, right? So y'all can call me Bonnie. I'll miss my old name. I love butterflies. Butterflies fly what they think is a lifetime, but to us, it's only a day. For this build, I made 4 distinct plaza quadrants. The farmhouse, the spooky forest, the witch's lair, and the campsite. The first is the farmhouse quadrant. I wanted to add my house, which I definitely stole from a different biome. Then add Wally's also stolen farm to fill out a full farming area. I was going to add a pumpkin patch, but by the end, I actually didn't need it. Halloween is my favorite time of the year, so I was more than excited to make this video. What's your favorite holiday? Actually, what's your least favorite holiday? And do y'all think Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween movie, a Christmas movie, or is it both? That is one of the movies that I just cannot wait to see translated into Dreamlight Valley. It would be amazing to see Jack, Sally, Oogie Boogie, Locke, Shock, Beryl, the Mayor, Dr. Finkelstein, the Clown with the tearaway face, the Shadow in the Moon at Night, and Zero, all in the valley. But I doubt we're going to get all of those. Not even the one hiding under the stairs. For the Scar update, it would be so crazy if we got Cinderella as well. Considering that pumpkin house in the Forgotten Lands could belong to the fairy godmother. Y'all know about the pumpkin turning into a carriage, and then the carriage turning back into a pumpkin at midnight, so it could be relevant. Also, Disney does keep baiting us with this Cinderella furniture sewing set on Twitter. Do y'all think we're going to get Cindy that early? It makes sense that we could have about 4 new realms per update and at least 1 major princess. My hope is a Halloween-themed event, maybe some Wreck-It Ralph candy-themed furniture. I'm also excited to get the Peter Pan realm because I really need Captain Hook's ship to fill out my beach. Speaking of the beach, I actually thought of a new series idea. Currently, I'm working on my design series, 10 ideas for every biome in the game. I have the Sunlit Plateau as well as the plaza and the meadow areas left to make videos for. After that, I'm going to floor everything again and then try a challenge where I put every single building and home that I can in one single biome. I did this right when I first got the game. I tried to move everything to the meadow, but I really didn't like how it turned out, so I'm actually terrified. I think the only biome possible to put every building on is the Dazzle Beach. Speaking of beach houses, 2 houses cannot be moved off the beach, Maui and Ariel. Quick note here on the name Ariel. I know a lot of you probably think I'm saying it incorrectly, but Ariel means Lion of God in the Hebrew language, and in the entire history of the Hebrew language, it has always been pronounced Ariel, which is the origin of the name. Hans Christian Andersen, who wrote The Little Mermaid, was quite religious, so we can assume he named Ariel purposefully. However, I do think saying Ariel sounds beautiful, so neither are incorrect. But because I love semantics and history of languages, I will be continuing to say Ariel, not Ariel, on my channel. Ariel, the human world, it's a mess. Maui and Ariel's houses have the sand on the bottom, and they have to remain on the beach. Similar how some houses can only be on water. So even if I move all the houses and buildings that I can to one biome, it's actually impossible to have all of them in one biome. Especially because of places like Mother Gothel's house. Her house cannot really be moved. It's gonna be so awkward if Rapunzel moves in with her. What do y'all think? And I know Mickey and Minnie live separately, but Minnie has a double bed, and so does Mickey. But Donald has a single bed, and Daisy is nowhere in sight. unless you count the name and the bow of Donald's literal house. So do y'all think we're gonna get Daisy in the game eventually? What about Pluto? A lot of this build is gonna look like a complete mess before it's all finished. I should have been better about collecting all the items beforehand, but I actually had to take items from other biomes for this one, as well as a couple shopping breaks for Scrooge's shop. I've decided my plaza is now a seasonal building area. I always wanted a seasonal area in my Animal Crossing's New Horizons island, but it was so hard to fit it in. So instead, I'm gonna live out my dreams vicariously through Disney's Dreamlight Valley. The other quadrants in this build, other than that farming area, are the campsite, spooky forest, and the witch's lair. It took quite a bit of moving my house around to figure out how to get things situated. I tend to place pieces in parts of the path rather than putting it all together right away. I'm playing on the PC version, and I think it's easier to decorate on PC. I really hope they fix the game quickly for all console players to enjoy as much as PC players. I hear y'all in my comments. I know console is so much more difficult to decorate on, and my heart goes out to y'all. This game is still in early access, so there's definitely hope that the game can be fixed quickly. What character are y'all most excited for coming in this game? I think in the next update, we'll get more than Scar. There's plenty of Lion King characters we could get. Timon, Pumbaa, Nala, Simba? Probably not Mufasa, but do y'all think that we're going to get other realms as well? I think we'll get about 4 per update, but maybe I'm being greedy. I loved The Lion King as a child, but my favorite animated Disney classic of all time is Alice in Wonderland. I love the book as well, but the Disney animated movie is my favorite. I love the idea of something so nonsensical, yet there's hidden meanings that bring a lot of sense to the story. Also, I love the aesthetic of mushrooms. In real life, I collect things that have mushroom patterns on them. I'm really enjoying playing this game so far. I love hanging out with the different Disney characters, but if they ever make Alice come to the valley, it's me and her, ride or dies, forever. Bye, everyone else. Random, but have y'all noticed how hideous that some of these valley houses are on the inside? It's like that meme, dang babe, you live like this? Like the inside of Moana's house is actually a crime. I'm making a mini-series of shorts coming this week of me ranking all the villagers' houses inside and outside on a scale of 1 to 10. Who do you think has the ugliest house? Honestly, right now, I do. If you saw the inside of my house in this game, you'd think I was a complete hack and you'd unsub me immediately. I have about 20 floors of absolute nothingness and fireplaces. Why can't I put the fireplaces outside? Speaking of fireplaces, I love the Forgotten Lands biome. So far, it's my favorite. I would have put this build in the Forgotten Lands to use the pumpkin house as well, but I wanted to use the plaza as my seasonal area moving forward in the game, so I made that choice and I stuck to it. I really hope y'all like how this turned out. Thanks for watching. Enjoy.